What's up, everybody? Trinity here, and welcome back to the Second Street Marvel for yet another comic book review. And in today's review, I'm going to be talking about Ghost Rider issue number 3. Now, this book is being published by Marvel Comics, obviously. It's Ghost Rider, right? Now, this is the third in this new series, being written by Ed Brisson. The artist is Juan Frigeri, Jason Keith is the colorist, and VC's Joe Carabagna is the letterer. Aaron Cooter and Dean White are the cover artists, and I'll go ahead and show you that cover once again right there. Go ahead and take a look at that. Now, this book right here, I'm not really like a big Ghost Rider fan or anything like that. Don't really know a whole lot of the history or anything, but hey, I seen that movie with Nicolas Cage. Wasn't it Nicolas Cage in that? I don't know. It seems like it's been so long since I've watched it. But this book right here, I thought that this book, I don't know, it was pretty good. It has some decent stuff in it. Now, altogether, like I said, I haven't really been really big into the Ghost Rider before. I did a review of issue number 1 here on the channel, and I thought it was okay. And then I read issue number 2. I was like, oh wow, man, like issue number 2 was really good. But basically what we got going on here throughout this story so far is that Johnny Blaze has basically been in charge of hell. He's the king of hell now. Mephisto is being locked up. Doctor Strange has him basically being held in captivity. And what's happened is some demons have decided to kind of rebel against Johnny Blaze, and they left hell, and now he's going through and trying to round all them up. He's come to Earth, and he's going to round up all these demons to bring them back to hell. And that's kind of where we run into Danny Ketch here, who seems to be kind of the main Ghost Rider in this story, as Johnny Blaze and Danny Ketch are kind of at odds in figuring out exactly how to do what Johnny Blaze wants to get done and still not be hurting other people on the Earth, other civilians and things like that. So, and that's kind of what happened in issue number 2, as we've seen that they ended up getting into a scuffle as they were on this yacht in the middle of the harbor, I believe, in New York, and anyway, Danny Ketch ended up getting the spirit of vengeance ripped from him, and he is no longer a Ghost Rider, and that's pretty much where we pick up right here in this issue. Now, this issue, it actually starts off with this little flashback to 1964 CE in the North American Great Plains, and we get this right here. Like I said, I'm not too familiar with a lot of these characters, but it looks like we have like an old spirit of vengeance who is coming after this bad guy, this evildoer, if you will, called Necrosis. What that means, I don't know. But we can see right here, they kind of get into a little scuffle, and we see that this Ghost Rider ends up being killed, essentially, and this other bad guy is fighting and says, hey, deliver this message to Mephisto, and he's like, well, never mind, you're not gonna make it to see him. Really, again, I don't know what a lot of that has to do with. I'm guessing it has to do with kind of this battle that has been going on here between Danny Ketch and Johnny Blaze. I'm guessing it somewhat plays on that a little bit. But what we see is Danny Ketch ends up getting saved here. He ends up getting pulled out of the East River, and essentially his life is saved. And then we come upon Johnny Blaze, who is actually out there trying to find a way to get a hold of all of these demons, all these demons from hell, to bring them back to hell. And without the help of Danny Ketch, as a Ghost Rider, he's gonna have a little bit harder time figuring out exactly how to do that, and doing that all by himself. So we see that Danny Ketch is here trying to figure out his life and get sorted. He's and I'm not sure. I honestly don't know who this character is that's right here. I know he calls her caretaker. I'm guessing, I don't know, his sister or something like that. I honestly don't know, but she's there to basically tell him that he needs to help and help put a stop to Johnny Blaze, because he's been in charge of hell, but he's gone crazy, and they basically need his help to reel him back in. And he's sitting there telling her, hey, I can't help you, I don't have the spirit of vengeance anymore, I'm no longer Ghost Rider. So then he ends up going to his ex-girlfriend's house to end up asking her for some advice and just some input for things that he needs. And she's sitting there because she's a cop, and she's like, hey man, like, what are you doing here? Like, because he scared her, and she's like, I could have shot you. Well, she's trying to tell him that, you know, he's being wanted, been wanted by the police because some police had got killed in that scuffle that was on the yacht in the previous issue, and he's trying to tell her like, hey, it wasn't me. And that's pretty much kind of really about all we get in this issue, as we do see that Johnny Blaze is out there heading out to find all these demons to bring them back, and it seems like all of these demons are heading to Las Vegas because apparently to what, the Hotel Inferno, because apparently that is where Doctor Strange has Mephisto imprisoned at, and we can see that, you know, that's kind of what he's doing, is making his way towards Vegas to bring all of these evil spirits to justice, if you will. So altogether, I thought it was a decent third issue, but again, like I said, I'm not really big into Ghost Rider, so you know, it's really hard for me to judge, and I'll go ahead and show you a little bit more of the art here, where you can look at that if that's something that you're into. A lot of the same stuff, but guys, like I said, I liked issue number 2. Issue number 1 was, you know, this one seemed like a step back from issue number 2. I think that's partially because there was a lot of action in issue number 2. Altogether, I gotta say, it wasn't a bad book, but if you're into Ghost Rider and you know these characters and the situations and things like that a lot better than I do, something that you'll probably definitely enjoy more than somebody like me who doesn't really know a whole lot about this character. But again, I thought it was pretty good. But let me know down in the comments below, have you been reading Ghost Rider, and have you read Ghost Rider issue number 3, and what are your thoughts? That's all I have for this video today, folks. Thank you all so much for tuning into the Second Street Marvel. If you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe, click the little bell, and all of that good stuff. You know how to do it. Give this video a thumbs up, give it a thumbs down. It's all good. I don't take it personally. But while you're at it, make sure you share it with a friend and invite them to come hang out with us here on the Second Street Marvel. You all have a very good day. Have a great rest of your week. Go out and support your local comic book shop, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.